Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy back with another figure review, and today it's a part 2. We're taking a look at Professor X from this Marvel Legends 2-pack. In part 1 we took a look at Magneto, so if you've not seen that, hop over to that video first, and then make sure you come back to see what's up with Professor X. Was really happy with this Magneto figure. I think he looks awesome, he looks great, and I have high expectations for this Professor X. So we've already had a quick look at the box in part 1, so I think it's just time to get Professor X out of the packaging. So here we have Professor X out of the packaging, and he looks great. Magneto came with 3 extra head sculpts. Charles here comes with 1, and it is of course the Patrick Stewart head sculpt here, which looks amazing. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. He's got 3 extra pairs of hands and this wheelchair here, and I do just want to get into the wheelchair first. It has been a struggle getting Professor X to stand here, so I guess it is good that he comes with his wheelchair, which of course he would. I wouldn't expect anything less. And yeah, there is just some quick assembly required when you get this out of the box. You need to put the tyres on, and this bar was separate as well, so you just slot the bar in here, and then the wheels just pop on at the sides, and it does work. These wheels at the front don't move at all, but you can get this wheelchair moving around, and I think it's a great accessory. It looks fine, you know, nothing special to it. It's quite just plain with the silver, but I don't know. I don't expect anything more. I don't expect anything less. I think it's a good wheelchair accessory, and we'll see what it's like sitting Professor X on it later on in the video. We'll just shove that at the back here, and we'll take a closer look at Professor X. So this is young Charles, aka James McAvoy, who, as a Scotsman, is one of my favourite actors. He's fantastic in pretty much everything he does. I mean, if you've seen Split and was it Glass, he is absolutely fantastic in those films. He's a fantastic actor. He's great in these X-Men films, and yeah, I'm happy to have him in figure form. I think the face is a good likeness of him. However, you know, Magneto got 3 different head sculpts. I'd love it if we had a James McAvoy head sculpt, a Professor X head sculpt, where he's got the long kind of hair and the bit of a stubbly beard going on, because he looks like that for a lot of the X-Men films, and I think it would be a good option to have. I don't think it would be too hard to have made, so I don't really know why we didn't get something like that included, especially when Magneto came with so many heads. But yeah, I'm happy with this head sculpt here. I think it looks great. No complaints on my end. I think the suit looks good as well. I can see probably a lot of folk going to be able to make some good customs with this suit. He doesn't have any articulation here, and you can, I don't know, he's sort of hunched, or you can feel it. I don't know how to describe it, but he's sculpted, I'm assuming, to sit in the chair, and we'll see what that's like in a second. But yeah, just great body mold here. I like the suit, I like the colours, and I like the overall look. Before we get him in the chair, let's just take a look at this Patrick Stewart head sculpt, which is, I think, the better of the two. There's no doubt who this is. It is fantastic. Yeah, I love this look here. And I'll swap those head sculpts over before we get him in that chair, because if I was to display this guy, I'm not sure if there'll be enough room with this wheelchair accessory, but if I was to display him, I definitely would do it with that Patrick Stewart head sculpt. These are the hands, different hands, and I really like these. You can definitely get some good poses with these hands, and I can't wait to take some pictures for the Instagram page. So that's just a similar hand for the other side, and then you've got a sort of grabby hand here. But let's swap the heads over and get Professor X into that wheelchair. So here is Charles in his chair, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be able to sit in the chair a lot easier, a lot better, but I've been playing around with him for a couple minutes and getting him in a good sitting pose with his feet on the wee supports here is quite tricky, and he does slide off. I think a better idea would be to maybe put a wee peg on the back of his leg and be able to slot in the chair better, or even maybe a peg on the support for his foot. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he'd sit in the chair better. If I do move him around, he might fall out. Let's see, a wee test. No, that's actually quite good. I'm quite happy with that actually, that he's not falling out. I was just kind of struggling to get him sitting right back in the chair with the kind of feet in a good position, but the way he's in right now works for me. We'll just see what Charles is like next to some of the other figures. So here is Professor X next to the Amazon exclusive Wolverine, and yeah, I was really excited to see these two together. I think they look fantastic together. It really works well, and if you did get that Logan 2-pack, I think it would be a great, young version. And then if you had the Logan 2-pack, it would be good to see the old version next to one another. But I'm happy to have these two guys. They look fantastic. As I said in the Magneto video, these Fox figures will all look great with one another in the collection. And here is Charles with Magneto, who also came in the 2-pack. And yeah, once again, these guys look great together. You could really make a good Fox movie display out of all the figures that are coming out. The sculpting and all of them are fantastic, and they just look great. If you're a fan of those original X-Men movies, these guys are just gonna blow your mind. Yeah, I hope they keep releasing more. I hope they keep bringing out these movie figures and just keep up the level of detail with them. I mean, the price points on these are still low compared to your bigger brands like SH Figure Arts and Mayfex. They're a wee bit cheaper than Diamond Select as well. And the quality they're producing now, I would rather have a Marvel Legends over these other figures. At the price point and the sculpting, you just can't beat it. And I'm really happy with the level that these figures are coming out at. So I'll just run over the articulation of Charles. As I said, if I was to display this guy, he is going to be in the wheelchair, probably a similar pose to this. I think he looks great, and we'll just take him out of the wheelchair, straighten him up a little bit, and let's see what he's up to. So his head, well, I mean, it's a bit stiff, as all these figures are when just come out the box, but you can move left, right, you can look right down and right up. I was really hoping the Magneto figure would be able to look as far up, as he's going to be in more flight situations and things like that, and that would have come in use, but the helmet's a bit restrictive, and this guy definitely has more range of movement in the head. You can move the arm out up about that much. It'll go all the way down, back, forward, and you can move it all the way around. He does have double jointed elbows, so you can get the arm moving about that far back, and it will move round at the wrist. But I like having that kind of pose there, the thinker. Same articulation in this arm here. As I said at the start of the video, there's no articulation in the kind of body area. You'll move around at the waist. You can get him to kick out that far. You'll kick backwards about that much. He's got upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, so his leg will move right back, and then you can swivel the feet and move them backwards and forwards as well. So that's about it for this Charles figure. As I said, I do wish he would sit in that chair a little easier. He does have a tendency to slide out when you're trying to pose him, and just a wee peg maybe for the back of his leg coming out of the chair would have been perfect just to kind of stop that. But that's really my only gripe. An extra head sculpt would have been perfect, but you don't always get what you want, and the head sculpts that do come with this are fantastic. The sculpting overall in these figures are just great, and yeah, I'm really happy with this 2-pack. Thanks very much for watching, guys. That's about it for this video. Please hit that subscribe button for future reviews. I'll probably have some more Fox figures coming in the future. Hopefully they release some new ones that I'll be able to get up on the channel. I'll leave a link to my Instagram in the description below, where I'll definitely have some pictures of these guys going up soon, if not already. So please hop on over to the page and follow that. It would mean a lot. And once again, just thanks guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop later. Cheers.